Alright, I'm going to go over a couple of things with this new San Diego vending ordinance that has new definitions for expressive activities and things like that. So the media, park rangers, and police are telling people to go into Google and type in City of San Diego sidewalk vending. So you type that in and click the official website, and it takes you to this page. On this page, they do not have the updated ordinance. You look through here, it's not here. But if you click this, it takes you to the old ordinance that was written in 2022. The actual new ordinance is at https://docs.sandiego.gov/municodes/municode chapter 6 chapter 06 ART 03 division 5 or division 05 dot pdf question mark FBC LID equal mark LWAR1CK QPIRYIVYO 5 or Y05 ULDC2 UM7DIK WD OT underscore LRX RTERDZF 49 EMY VJBYBXQVNKNGXU underscore AEM underscore AAW 0OBF6C1X CM WC 9WQ ISURQI underscore I6CEAY CQ6WYSCASDBUSAL. Long ass address that I'm sure you guys are already tired of hearing me read. But yeah, you have to go look at San Diego Municipal Codes Article 7, um, which is not in the same place that the vending ordinance is. And then it goes over the actual vending ordinance. And it's a lot smaller than the strikeout ordinance that I read on the internet a few days ago, but has literally everything that was in there in a smaller category. But yeah, this is where it's at. Uh, Good luck finding it. Just type in San Diego Municipal Code Chapter 6 and it's 63.0501 is where it starts. Um, yeah, so it's definitely not where it should be. So let's move on to if you want to find out about busking in Balboa Park. Type in busking into Google, and the City of San Diego website still has an old PDF for busking that leads people to the first Saturday of every month to a location in the park where you have to sit and wait for a lottery schedule. But if people go there and sit and wait, there's no one there to even tell them, hey, this doesn't exist anymore. So people go and waste their time Saturday morning standing in line to try to get a entertainer's permit, which is actually illegal under the U.S. and state constitution under the First Amendment. But also, this permit has been stricken from the code over 2 years ago because it does violate constitutional rights. Um, this is how San Diego does things. But let's move on and talk about something that's even more funny. So, at one of the city council meetings concerning sidewalk vending and expressive activities, Jennifer Campbell said that busking is as American as apple pie. Let's play that clip.
Thank you. And so I hope that our amendments that we're working on will give enforcement team, all our enforcement teams, the tools that they need to ensure that the rogue vendors comply with the law, and if they don't, that they're not in business any longer. Because it isn't right for people who do follow the rules and are trying to get ahead and do something good for the public to have to suffer. So we are definitely engaged in helping to make it clear and possible for the enforcement of these rules. As far as free speech and buskers, we love you. This is American as apple pie. And don't worry, we are following all the court cases and the laws to make sure that this will be properly protected. And
So, as you heard her say, they are following all the court cases and all the laws to make sure that we buskers are being protected. Yet they've taken traditional public forum, like parks and public sidewalks and the beach areas, and turned it into limited public forum by putting expressive activity into areas 4 by 8 foot or 8 by 8 foot as indicated by brackets painted on the ground. And they're putting these areas far away from foot traffic. They're taking away people's ability to reach their intended audience by taking away anything that might draw in such intended audience, and then they're taking away their ability to be comfortable by taking away tables, easels, stands, umbrellas, anything that would protect them or help display their creativity no longer is valid within this new city code. They said they're following all the laws, but one of the laws that they followed, they used one judge that disagreed against the 9 judges that ruled that such things as this are unconstitutional. And furthermore, they're putting all the locations and designated areas far away from the foot traffic. So, heavy foot traffic is along this part of El Prado and this part of El Prado. Along this part of El Prado and some of this. They've got 1-2 spaces hidden in the back corner of this away from the foot traffic. They have taken away the circle shows. They have removed them from the spaces within Balboa Park. They put a lot of areas over here out of the way. All these little white spaces are where the areas are. They're far away from the actual intended audiences of Balboa Park. All this area up here was spaces where buskers and artists existed. Now there are only 4, and then 2 hidden over here. Again, taking away from where buskers and artists' intended audiences are. They also rent this space out to people, which goes against a section within their new code talking about how no one may hold or rent out spaces that are designated for First Amendment areas. But they've basically taken away our intended audiences and pushed buskers out farther away from where we would actually want to be, which is where the heavy foot traffic is, because we want to speak to people, not squirrels, not ducks. This is a violation of our First Amendment rights. The impoundment enforcement would be a violation of the Eighth Amendment rights. And the fact that these laws aren't applied the same to tourists who want to set up their canopies in the park and have picnics. You can have 10 by 10s or 10 by 20s. Some even have up to 40 by 40 size sites, and can have up to like almost 50 people in the park, and they take up that much space, but they're not going to be enforced upon for the same thing. So it violates the 14th Amendment. This is absurd. The city of San Diego obviously is not following all the laws. Their attorneys are skimming the laws to try to find ways to treat buskers as if they're unwanted cats. You know how you treat an unwanted cat? You take the food away so that the cat leaves. That's what the city of San Diego is doing to San Diego buskers. Show you this meme I made, and then I'll end this with the meme. Jennifer Campbell says busking is an American as apple pie. Then she and city council put the pie far from where Americans and other tourists gather. Have a nice day, guys. Enjoy your busking in San Diego.